Good morning, children. This is Anthony, your science teacher. Now we are discussing about synthetic fibers and plastics. Whatever we discussed earlier, for that continuation we are discussing. See, synthetic fibers and plastics, we came to certain extent, and in the last session we discussed thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Now I continue. Why do we prefer plastics? What is the need of using plastics? This is what we are going to discuss. You might have experienced that iron gates as well as nails exposed to atmosphere soon get rusted. Whatever we are fitting iron gates outside of the house as well as the nails whatever outside of the house, and that means exposed to atmosphere is getting rusted, but whereas plastic will not get rusted like this. So plastic material will not corrode easily, that is why they are used to store various kinds of materials and including chemicals. We also use chemicals. For the storage of the chemicals we use plastics. That means plastic is inert to certain materials, even to chemicals. Plastic is very light, strong, durable, and can be molded into different shapes and sizes. Plastics are generally cheaper than the metals. That's why we prefer plastics. So see this one. He is the father of the plastic industry. A Belgian scientist named Dr. Leo Hendrik Baekeland was responsible for the invention of bakelite. Bakelite is we use this bakelite for the kitchenware as well as for the plates and vessels. Also we use this bakelite. Bakelite is resistant to heat. In 1907, Dr. Leo Hendrik is working as a chemist. By accident, he discovered the compound of carbolic acid and formaldehyde. Children, remember carbolic acid and formaldehyde. When he tried to reheat the solidified compound, he discovered this bakelite. It would not melt no matter how high the temperature was. Dr. Baekeland is considered as the father of the present plastics industry. And here is a very good hot pin test to test the bakelite. To test if a piece is bakelite, get a very hot pin from an open flame source, then touch the pin to the item. If it is bakelite, it will not penetrate. It may give off the acid smell and it may leave a purple burn mark. If the pin penetrates or melts the plastic, then it is not genuine bakelite. That means bakelite is a thermosetting plastic. Bakelite is a thermosetting plastic. Once it is forged into different shapes, you will not get another shape melted, because once it is set, because of heat, it will not change its shape. Then we come to the next topic, plastics and environment. It's a very problem with the plastic with the environment. Environment means surroundings. Day to day we are using plastic bags, plastic covers, plastic packages. We are disposing them. But whatever we dispose is remaining in the environment and can be used for different purposes the plastic bags. So we have to save our environment without using plastic bags, but without using plastic bag is not possible. That's why we have to, however possible, we have to reduce the usage of plastic bags. With the direction of the Supreme Court of India, very thin polythene bags have been banned and stopped polythene bags usage. What is the difference between the banned polythene bags and the bags using presently in plastic in place of previous ones? What do you notice on that bags? Some efforts are taking place to reduce the negative consequences of the plastics on the environment. If you burn plastic, it creates a lot of air pollution. So we have to use plastic bags very much when it is very much necessary. We should not use abundantly all the plastic bags and covers and packages that causing environmental pollution. So here two things are there. Two things are there in the plastic material: biodegradable plastic material as well as non-biodegradable plastic material. Two things are there. What are they? Biodegradable and non-biodegradable material. See children, in this picture you see here, usually we bring plastic bags, certain eatable material, and then after using after eating, for example you take banana we bring by with the help of plastic cover, polythene cover. Then after bringing we eat all bananas, and peels of the banana we keep into the plastic bags we throw out. When we throw out, when you tie the bag and inside there will be waste banana peels are there, then the animals usually craving for these kind of banana peels to eat. Then they come and they cannot open the cover and eat banana peels. Then what they do, along with the banana peels they also eat plastic covers. So here see plastic bags found in the stomach of a cow after a post-mortem. See one cow died. So when they open the stomach of the cow, they could find out many plastic bags are there inside the cow stomach that caused the cow to die. So these are the things naturally happening in our environment. So we should not throw plastic bags outside, that too in a closed manner. Should not keep all the waste and dump into that, and tying the plastic bag and throwing out is not at all a good habit, and openly dispose them so that the plastic bag will be alone, can be degradable. So here you observe that certain materials can break down into smaller fragments in the presence of water, in the presence of water as well as sunlight and oxygen. These fragments get further broken down by bacteria. Usually whatever we dispose out will not remain as it is. The degradation takes place. That means become forming into small tiny pieces. Then after almost after some time that combines with the nature. So this is what we call it. This process is known as degradation, degradable. So the decomposition of a material which is easily decomposed by natural process is called biodegradable. So that should be ruined. That means that should become fragments, that should mix with the nature, then only we call that it is biodegradable. and one which is not decomposed by natural process is called non biodegradable plastic material of that kind. It undergoes degradation. The material is a degradable material, but in the due course of very slow process it is. That is why we could see many plastic bags and covers around us in the atmosphere. So, this is what we have to reduce. The time taken for decomposition depends upon whether the material is biodegradable or not. So, this is what biodegradable means, which mixes with the nature. Non biodegradable means which will not mixes with the nature in the due course of time. So, here is a table is there, just you see peels of fruits and vegetables. Peels of fruits and vegetables, you have to imagine whether it is, you have to estimate that whether it is degradable or non biodegradable. Biodegradable or non biodegradable, you have to select. Peels and fruits and vegetables, biodegradable. Leftover food stuff, biodegradable. Waste paper, biodegradable. Cotton cloth, biodegradable. Plastic bag, non biodegradable. So, you fill this thing as a homework for you, and keep in your homework so that I will see that. Okay, ma? Then come to next concept. We have 4 principles in controlling the pollution of the plastic material in our surroundings as well as in our atmosphere. So, these are these 4 principles are known as 4R principles. Why R here? R means reduce, R means recycle, R means reuse, R means recover. So, children remember reduce, recycle, use, reuse and recover. All these are 4 R's. We follow this principle in making of eco-friendly environment. So, first, every walk of life is linked with plastics. Now, you cannot avoid use of plastics completely, but we can reduce, recycle and reuse plastics and avoid indiscriminate use of plastics. We can also adopt recovery mechanisms to convert waste into a usable resource. Let us discuss the 4R principle for creating an eco-friendly environment. First one is reduce. See, nowadays our principle is use and throw. This we have to avoid. Use and throw principle. So, we should not have this principle of use and throw like this. Nowadays, whatever we are using made of plastic, we should not use. We almost have to reduce the usage of plastic. Whenever very necessary, then only we use this use of plastic. So, the first principle is we have to reduce the usage of plastic. See, you discuss and write the ways and means where we can reduce the usage of plastic to avoid its negative consequences or environment. So, we have many negative consequences regarding usage of plastic. Land filling of plastics and burning of plastics is very fatal environmental pollution nowadays. So, this disposal of plastic bags also having a negative consequence. Therefore, we should reduce its usage whenever it is possible. So, when it is very necessary only we have to use the plastic. Reduce, how can we reduce the usage of plastic? Instead of plastic bags, we have to carry cotton bags, cotton cloth bags, or otherwise some resin made bags, so that we can avoid polythene covers usage. Then foodstuffs and food material also, we can also pack in a paper packages other than plastic. So in that way we can reduce the plastic usage. What is the second one? Reuse. What is reuse? Reuse means whatever we suppose you take every day you are bringing your lunch packages in a plastic bags. Those bags you can use. Why? Because we are reusing all the year, we are using such kind of bags. Such kind of things you can use, whereas one time using and throwing is not at all good. So we have to manufacture plastic materials in such a way, plastic things in such a way, that we have to use it and we have to reuse it repeatedly. In the due course of time, the life of the plastic also vanishes, so that that can be easily biodegradable takes place. Okay. Next, recycle. What is recycle? Recycling, plastic can be recycled. So for example, I take example like this. I have 4 bottles, I used them, and a plastic basket which is also used over, that was broken. Now what can I do? These plastic bottles as well as this plastic bag basket which is already broken, I can melt into the plastic and I can make new things out of them. This with this way you can reduce the uses of further plastic material on the surface of the earth, so that we can recycle the plastic, making by making use of old things and heat them and making them to melt, and you can forge it into new things. Those are useful for our day to day life. Okay, we have to do recycle the plastic. This way, recover. What is recover? Recovering is nothing but the Supreme Court gave a judgment on ways of means of solid waste management and gave order to implement this in all the cities in India by 2003. In the solid waste garbage of municipalities, plastic occupies major share. The principle of recover plays major role in this solid waste management. The solid waste should be converted into resources such as electricity, heat, compost, and fuel through thermal and biological means. Is any such effort for solid waste management taking place in our village? Just think of that. In our village, are we gathering all this waste material to do something? Yes, nowadays municipalities and as well as corporation, they collect the plastic wastages and they are doing certain processes to recover them, to reuse them. So this bringing back is recovering. Bringing back of plastic waste material is nothing but recovering the plastic waste material. So these are the 4 ways to use this 4R principle: reduce, recycle, reuse, recover. Reduce the plastic material to use in day to day life. Recycling, whatever waste material have to be used once again by means of recycling processes. And then third one is reuse. We have to reuse, that means repair. Once a plastic thing is made, that should be used repeatedly, not use and throw type plastic material we should not manufacture. Whereas the last one is we have to recover this plastic material to create energy, to make mega things, to reuse them in a nice manner. We have to recover all this waste materials of plastic, have to recover. So these are the things we have to follow. So with this I concluding this chapter. Still more a small topic is there, let me see that. What is that? Recycling code. What is recycling code? Any plastic material, any plastic thing we are using, on that certain recycling code will be there. What is the use of universal see the figure, universal recycling symbol. So recycling means what? If in any on any plastic thing, if this code is there, we can recycle that. Recycle means what? You can also melt again, and you can also do some other thing out of this thing, so that without using without bringing tons of plastic material into the market to manufacture plastic things, we can whatever manufactured already, out of them you can recycle the material, and you can make new things out of this kind of plastic material. This is what this is happening universally all over the world. So this is the universal recycling symbol. See it and practice it in your homework. Okay children. So with this I conclude this session. The lesson is over. In the next class we will go to the next lesson. Okay. Thank you all children.